Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Now, this morning I've woken up and watched Ruben Amorim's press conference, and it's fair to say he never fails to surprise me. In fact, he never fails to surprise me because he never changes. It's always, I am not going to change. I am not going to change. Today, he's even gone as far to say even the Pope won't make him change. And the reason he isn't going to change right now at this moment in time is because he feels his players would look at him sideways. They'd look at him differently. But bruh, they're already looking at you sideways. They're already looking at you differently. And I really believe that if you led by example, changed, adapted, adjusted, and got results, the players would look at you a lot better for it. A lot better. And if you want the players to adapt, adjust, and change, then maybe you should lead by example. Just maybe. But what's interesting, yeah, is that people always go, well, things are getting better, we're number one in this, we're number one in that. And Ruben Amorim keeps pointing to it as well. He keeps pointing to the Fulham game, he keeps pointing to the Arsenal game, he keeps pointing to Burnley, and he keeps saying all these mistakes, we can fix them and blah blah. But you're not fixing them. They're not. We're seeing the same issues game in, game out. You're being asked, oh, Bruno Fernandes, why are you playing him deeper? And the answer is, you want to have more control. But we're being split open. So we might have more control on the actual ball, but we're still suffering for it. And if we're being real, Kobbie Mainoo is actually a tidier footballer on the ball than Bruno. And I'm a massive Bruno fan, but he is. Do you know what I mean? So this makes no sense whatsoever. And you can't keep referring to games that we've lost or drew as a means to say, look, we're getting better. I don't believe so anyway. It's a results business. But do you know the funny thing, yeah? I was watching Rants and Bants yesterday, and I seen some interesting data. And you know, like, for all this, we're getting better, we've got more possession, we're creating and this and that, we're failing to create big chances. We've created 5 big chances in 4 Premier League games. And you know, when you go back and you look at what he done at Sporting, what's interesting is, yeah, they actually exceeded their XG by 24 times. Now, I'm not a fan of XG. I'm not a fan of it at all. Because like I said yesterday, expected goals don't win games, goals do. And there's the proof. They beat their XG by 24 times. But what that does show us is that they were actually creating big chances. And if Gyökeres didn't score 50 odd goals that season, and there was a lot of individual brilliance in that season, they wouldn't have won a league. And he never done something so amazing when he went to Sporting, because there was already a top 3 side. So when people look at the situation and go, well, he done this at Sporting and he got them back to the top, they was only 3rd anyway. They weren't far off the top anyway. This is not the same situation as at United, and it's not the same level of league. So I don't think you can just look at it and go, oh, well, this is what he done over here, so he can do it in the Premier League. They're 2 total different situations. You're starting from 2 different total places, and we haven't got anyone that's capable of scoring 50 goals in a season. So, listen, mate, unless we somehow turn one of these players into a 50 goal scorer a season, or we turn Mbeumo into Mo Salah, which that is possible, but we'll save that for another day, then I don't see how this happens, and I don't see how it works. I don't see how the fortune changes. We've got Chelsea today. I'm not really confident about that. And the next 5 games, I'm not really any more confident that we'll get any more points from the first 5 games, or than we have from our first 5 games. So this is peak. And if Ruben's unwilling to change, I don't see the results changing. I don't see the situation changing. I don't see any of the players improving. So yeah, man, let's just hope we get the job done against Chelsea. They played Champions League literally on Wednesday. They've only had a 2-day break. They've had to travel back from Germany. So we should, if we're half serious, we should go and get the job done. But listen, mate, I won't be surprised if we hold another 3-0. What's your thoughts though? What do you think today's scoreline is going to be? Like, share, comment and subscribe.